Well, hey everybody, this is Steve at 1000 Year Homes. Welcome aboard. So today I'm worried about fire. We haven't had a rain in a while, so I've opened up this paddock so the cattle can come in. But what I need to do is I need to get the logging yard straightened out, the brush cleared out of here. I also need to go ahead and put a fire break around this thing. Well, there's what I'm working on. I'm going to put a fence in here, but I'm going to de-limb. You see how the cedar's down and the fire will just crawl right up and get in it, and then I'll have fire in the tree. Anyway, I'm gonna do that fire break all the way across so that I could put a mower on that and mow the cutting edge. Maybe depends how big the fire would be. But as somebody who and there's some posts that I've gotten out of the log, but as somebody who's building with my own money, I don't have insurance on all this. I don't have a bank that I have to pay. So if fire comes and eats up all my logs that I've logged here, I lose. So I'm responsible for all of this and just can't count on somebody else to cover my loss. Let me rotate. But in the video up here, you'll see that I'm organizing all this and I just want to protect everything that I've harvested this year until I can get it up and get it protected and make sure that it won't burn through. I'm not too worried about the containers. But they do have a wooden plywood floor that's 1 inch thick. But there's nothing under there. But if the wind blows something, and so last year there was a fire just right across behind me. They had a name on it, brushy something fire. But listen, it moved a lot faster than you could imagine. So, you think, oh, I'll get the horses or I'll get this or that. No, you won't. You won't do any such thing. You'll be lucky if you get a heads up that you could plow a furrow in it. That's what I'm working on with that fence line, so that I'll be able to plow a furrow at the very least, or I might even plow it ahead of time and break it up every year when it gets like this. Anyway, without further ado, let me get my lumber yard organized. And if you happen to see some cattle roaming around in here, I've let them in. But my fence is working. It's keeping them out there. Super dry. So it's cooler weather at night, hot as the devil during the day, but nary a drop of rain in 60 days, I'm going to guess. Well, hey everybody, it's Steve at 1000 Year Homes. So I need to get the backhoe put on my tractor, and before I do that, I want to go ahead and try to move some of these logs around. I don't know if I'll need the weight of the backhoe to balance it or not, but let's take an inventory. It's getting cool. Right now it feels a little bit below 70 or around 70. It's been 90 all month long, all last month, the month before, 90 to 100. So I don't know, it could be 84 and I'm shivering. But fall feels like in the air finally down here. Still no rain. But let's take an inventory. During the summer, I can't do a lot of logging, but during the fall, I try to get as much as I can done. I need 26 logs for the ceiling and 12, probably another, I'll round up to 20 for the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and make that 46 logs that I want. Inside I'll do oak, outside I'll do cedar. I've got a lot of timber to still cut in the woods, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what I've already gathered up as I've gone, right? All right, well, I haven't really kept track of what I've been logging, so there's 4 oaks, big ones, and these are little oaks that I'll go ahead and rip down into 4x4s. There's one too crooked to be a beam, but I could probably plank it up. Let me see what we've got over here for cedar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big cedars in here. These are every bit of 25 foot long, so that's good. That one's a little twisted up, but maybe. It's a good size one. Alright, there's another oak. That's a good size oak, so that makes 6 oaks, 7 oaks. I had 5 big cedars. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then smaller poles that I'll need. A pile of oak. I see some cedar in there too. Alright, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that makes 10 oaks. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cedars. I've got some more over here. A weird 19. I'm not going to count that one. 18, and then, you know, some coyote fence and things like that. That looks like a cedar. I don't even know where I cut that down. Well, that's not too bad. Let's see, I said I needed 26 cedar and I had 19. So that's a pretty good run at that, right? So all I need is 7, 8 more big ones, and I've got them here. But I'll talk to my neighbor Ted, who's been super generous, and see what he has left. I saw a lot of dead this year from the cedar kill, so I'll try to get them out first. And then as far as oaks go, I've got a few more oaks to cut down too. Oak wilt got them. So I had about 10 oaks, and I counted that I needed 4, 8. Oh, I'm building a library out of them. You know, I round that up to 20. So, and I had 10. So, you know, that's not half bad for just working at it. But I want to put some cedar down. I want to get all these oaks stacked up in one pile, all the cedar stacked up in another pile. Try to get everything de-limbed today and moved. We'll see. It's getting late. I've got an hour's worth of sunshine. I'm going to put you on stop motion while I do some work here, but let me get my tractor down and do all of that. But hey, I'm more than halfway, 60% or more there for logging. So I'm getting there, everybody. Slow but sure. Pretty excited about that. I haven't done inventory on what I've been cutting. It's been so hot, I've just gone out and cut, or when somebody calls and says, hey Steve, I got a dead tree, come get it. You know, I'll come get it and not keep track. But there we go. Let me put you on stop motion, get my tractor down, and see how much daylight I have left after this. Well, it's low light. It's after sun's down. It's after 7:30, going on 8. So, but what do I have done? Well, I pulled out all of the oak that was in there and I stacked it all up. I have 8 large oak logs. These are 20 footers or more, right? 2 foot around. Not big up north. They're big here. And then I have one whole roof, all the beams that I need for it in cedar. So that's about 40% of my roof I've got logged in here. So then I need to do another group and all of my uprights. And feels pretty good. I don't have it all sorted. The sun went down and I wasn't able to cut. But, you know, they always do this. They snap and say, just like that tomorrow. And I always forget to snap what I do tomorrow. But anyway, like that tomorrow. Well, let me wrap up the video on the Firebreak and the log yard. I'm doing them both at the same time. It's been high wind, so I haven't been able to record because all you'd hear would be wind noise. You're probably hearing it now. But dry, tinder dry with strong winds. So this is appropriate. Let me rotate. So, you know, as you could see, Scott and Franz came out. They helped me clear these trees here. And you could see the difference between those, let's say, and in the back. See, if there was a wildfire in the grass and it hit those cedars, it for sure would get in. Where these, it would have to work a little bit. So eventually I'd like to get the entire farm that way, but you know, that's a 20-year project. But what all this is for a gate and fence, and here you can see the wire to keep the cattle out. So I'm working 3 jobs at once to get this project done. I'm super happy. So there's my fence that'll be, you know, come across here, and there'll be a gate in the midst of all of these somewhere. I haven't decided yet. Takes us about an hour to clear the big cedar rounds, and because we're making coyote fence and stripping them at the same time, that's beneficial to me. The barbed wire fence will go that way and tie off to the paddock about, I don't know, 200, 300 yards that way. But anyway, I've also redeeming the logs out of the yard that I've just scattered in down through the summer. So there's a couple, straightening that all out. It's beginning to look like a real log yard. Getting that all organized. I'll move my saw underneath the shed, which I'll build there, clear those out. So anyway, 3 projects at once and all one fell swoop. That's and that's just the tip of the iceberg, building your own house. Anyway, I got to get all this done. So I have let the cattle up here so they can eat the grass and lower my fire risk, right? Get the grass down. But oh my gosh, they damage everything they can. They are so destructive. So I'm looking forward to blocking that off so I can keep one area mowed and let them graze the other areas down. But a lot of hard work. Anyway, like, subscribe, follow me along. Bye.